Game is underway, so we can dive into things and have a quick glance as to what to expect. It will be Liquid on the defending side, and then, of course, that meaning Guild on the attacking side. Now, Liquid, I think you might be of a similar mind, maybe not. I think sometimes they've been overcooking the pot a little bit. Some of those adjustments, some of the compositions have been a little out there for me.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Reinventing the wheel, and in some scenarios, unnecessarily. This is almost kind of a... I mean, I'm glad to see at least a duelist here. Previously, this was one of the ones that one of the compositions Liquid had got a little funky with, but this does rely on Scream having a big game, obviously. See if this is a better look for them. Initially, though, Guild have walked their way onto the side. Trek's actually going to find Yampi up in Tube, and that's going to force Soulcast a little deeper here. Liquid still left guessing, though.
This looks like a slow death for Liquid in this round, potentially, as you already have the site being taken. A deeper push towards a little bit of a CT lean. Almost you're going to see that I think it's going to be safe exploring a little bit deeper, set up by the box. Yeah, so again, this is going to be quite tricky for Liquid because they don't really have much step back to the site, and it's going to be a long clear to come back through. So first challenge has to be Trex. That young man has been someone to look at. However, this time loses out the fight to Scream, and Safe instantly replies in kind with quite the shot as well towards Soulcast. So once again, site's still there. Let's look at that late mid lurk as well from Russ. He's waiting very patiently for any cross towards door, which it looked like I think Link's about to try and traverse. So that call should have been made. Not 100% sure if he got noted. No, maybe not. Maybe the call was misheard, misread, or maybe not even happened at all. But time, keep that in the forefront of your minds. It has gone away from Liquid. Navera and Scream, nothing really here to be seen. Russ going to find Scream, and Navera just has to accept fate.
You take A there. I mean, the fact that Trek pulled that, I think the reason that Russ is playing so late, that spy cam above cannon is literally there to make sure that there's no rotation through mid. And ultimately, I think when...
I don't want to say an even purchase, but a little bit of danger coming out for Liquid here, at least in the form that they are going to have a couple of marshals and odds and ends. But bear in mind, the first blood's already been drawn. Soulcast is down. So early fight, very favorable to Guild. They've had a couple of opening picks here that have worked very well for them. That does create such a problem on this map, especially considering how long those rotation lines can be, how hard it can be to get from one side to the other if someone has maybe, you know, found some placement in towards either tube or middle. But for now, we see it's just kind of very much a look towards B as Guild slowly build up. No real rush. They got that initial pick very quickly, so they're not particularly in a hurry. They can take their time on the cross here. And they should be, because Navera is waiting on the other side. And, yep, not that's a freebie. Navera are going to be so happy with that one. That's instantly going to even things up. And it does give away a bit of an indicator. And keep in mind, we already have Scream exploring middle. So Flash comes in and says, hey, we know where you're at. We know that someone's up to some business here. Let's see if we can exploit this, because that's a rotation being pulled away from A.
Actually, the Flash just confirming that there's already a rotation through mid, at least. I don't know if Scream, I mean, he's got to get a jog on here,
30
but
seconds left.
Yampi already with a Marshal going to post up behind default. Jump spot from Trex will identify it, but still lands the headshot. Coldamental will fall, and that's the smokes down. This could make it difficult.
20 seconds. Yeah, Flash comes in. Yampi's not going to be blinded by that, particularly. Just pulling away from the angle, catching one on the cross. Scream delivers towards Trex, and now there's problems aplenty. Leo and Russ need to dig their heels in here. They've got 10 seconds, and they can't quite navigate a safe plant just yet. There's the attempt at it, but Leo, brilliant catch on the cross to keep that spike plant safe. Now, they have the time on their side. Flash not quite what Russ was really after there. And Link is being a problem. This is a huge nuisance. It looks like they may be aware of it because Russ is eyeing this up, but tagged with the spray is too wild to tame. It's now just Russ left alive in a 1v1, 17 HP in a dream to try and keep this one on track. Catches the corner of Navera, but barely does the damage he wanted. And the gap being closed, the next pixel makes the difference. And Navera copped a headshot, sure, but the round will be Liquid's nonetheless. And it was a very close round one. Everyone eliminated at the end. And round two, right back all even.
What matters, right? It's that one safety net to allow safe passage onto the site. And actually, Link doing enough damage there to make it really difficult for Russ. I mean, he's going to effectively buy 15 seconds here for that Flash to come back online. Otherwise, he's just dry swinging. He has to gamble this handle. Not a bad situation to be sat in, but Liquid obviously much better in that regard.
Be interested to see when they work out that there has been this repurchase coming in. Keep in mind that Trex has a rifle, like he's ready to go, and he can be Round change up. Timing's awful for Navera. Gets caught none the wiser by Russ, and this is going to call in. Scream Flash comes in, blinded, but still able to deliver one. Safe now, cold. Looks for a second, but can't quite get it as Trex is still trying to control. It's Yampy to just deliver a fade away towards Russ. And look at that Spike, still sat towards that B-side. Cold Dementor in danger. Spike now lost, a labored couple of shots. And this purchase may not have found exactly what Guild had wanted at all.
Hey, Constellation would be doing a little bit of damage, but Leo now, a 1v4. Spectre in hand. I mean, he's in a tough spot as well. Will get noted as well on the back of Soulcast utility. Yampy just ready to swing. Don't see Liquid really risk too much just to close out this round here.
Standing ahead. Found them.
As he does, but yeah, Scream just happy to post up here.
Doesn't care.
Yeah,
doesn't care. Kills it looks like, but I don't dislike the repurchase necessarily. I kind of understand you get kind of forced into that force buy scenario. We're like, oh, that round was kind of close. We can still break the back of their money here, but need to get back into this even ever so slightly. And there's Navera going for an early walk as well, it looks like. I quite like that. Flash comes in, he wants to swing it, try and bring that Spectre to the ideal range, but now gets found. Leo, crisp shot towards Navera. It's only a Spectre to pick back up. So not a huge upgrade, but it could be something.
Something to work with here for sure. Soulcast and Scream now here to hold down A site. Guild cautious for the time being, almost anticipating a little bit of aggression elsewhere, but Yampy unnoted as of yet. And I'm wondering actually if that wall is to kind of play him into a safe position here. Yeah, actually Cold Dementors creates a little bit of a pocket for him in mid, but he's going to walk through. So loads of information, and actually a little bit of a misread here from Liquid, because Link's drifted away from B site. He's coming back now, but maybe just conscious of, I don't know, to push past the trap in halls. I'm not sure.
I don't know if there's been something they're misreading, but now with that Aldrin, they have to know what's up.
Exactly.
There's no two ways to look at it. But there's still time being bought, and that's great utility investment coming out. And there's Yampy striking towards elbow. Perfect timing to find the swing. And now you can see that cross being challenged a little. Now they're going to give up the side control, it looks like, allow Guild to get that plant and just kind of posture towards the retake. Already going to note one towards the pillar itself on site, and note those knives going to be coming out probably as well here. Safe looking to be the one to really do some damage. Get a little aggressive towards CT. That could be nice. He has someone by his side, that being called a mentor. They could do some damage on this. The fighting's great. Only able to get one. Link does a bit of damage towards Cold Dementor, but Safe still stands now. Look for the cross, trying to catch another. Spot some more out. Spring trying to close the gap in, rightly so. Seekers get dealt with and a tap on the spike. Looking for correct spot, doesn't matter. Russ has your number.
Top players. Scream early swings mid here, and nobody from Guild will show anything. Actually, I was going to say potentially plays in Yampy to pick up that position, but immediately
timing with the Aldrin. Ooh,
the perfect swing from Safe.
Can't help but enjoy watching those sort of things. Very, very well played. Scream relinquished that attempt at that mid presence early. He's going to dip back here towards Tube, but Trex has been on this case. He has been the entire time, be it on the left, the right side, it doesn't really matter. Information now free flowing through. Soulcast's position will be red, and now he's in a bit of a tricky spot here. No man's land, you could argue, but Trex keeps his life and keeps Soulcast now noted. Spike going to go down and get caught safe. Planted. Lovely timing, good synergy for Guild here. The push and the pull of the peaks. As Link and Navera are nowhere really near being able to do much about this. This is a sit back and maybe do some damage maybe if possible, but keep the rifle.
I don't even think they can retrieve the operator either. It's down the double doors. Nobody from Guild picked it up, but they will definitely look to police that weapon, that's for sure. Guild actually in a position to come forward and punish just a little bit, and they do find Navera. I mean, killing him gives them the tour de force next round, so make of that what you will. Link, though, I guess we'll try and hold on to his. Guild will put their third up here. A couple of times, I mean, I was talking about this being the biggest test. Yeah, actually, a lot of that.
Cause upsets. You can get the one that kind of sits, exactly, they can sit just below that top echelon. You know, they have a couple of losses to some exceedingly good teams, which is pretty reasonable. It's on that rebuild phase with a new player. Now, Scream tries to get a little weird with it. I'm not going to get anything out of it. Guild catch it safely. Now, keep in mind, even under their previous iteration of that roster for Guild, I still think someone like, Leo was always a highlight to me as like the safe pair of hands with pop-off potential, right? Like the guy was always solid, safe again. Like the entire roster was exceedingly good at their job, but now with that additional like punch to firepower you've brought in, it makes a difference. And speaking of making a difference, Navera going to find Leo, so not going to be a scot-free round coming out. Liquid putting up a bit of a fight here. There is the one on the side, that being Soulcast, but it's been hard to find much room for Soulcast recently. He's been kind of noted a fair amount. Huge information. That should pull a rotation, or at least a little bit more commitment to the rotation, should I say.
Navera posted up comfortably now with his tour de force, though. Actually, no wall. Ooh, is he going to pull trigger? No, he's not. The Viper's actually going to get popped pretty close to bricks here.
30 seconds left.
A little pocket to play. Soulcast already looking to get behind this, though.
Oh, I like this. Does he get the timing right?
No.
Oh, no, Coldamenta just turned around in time. But with all said and done, this could potentially be a clean round for Guild off of what was something that, didn't seem too threatening. And then obviously Navera's ult definitely kind of made some impact. It's like, yes, he does have a rifle. But how'd you get past this? You're left in a 1v4. You've got a post-plant in a Viper ult. Well, that's a step. That's one way to do it. Any more would be lush, but Trex looking to remove this danger. But Link always going to be a problem. I'm going to go down without a fight. Flash comes in. They're trying to get this rifle away if they can, but Link is desperate to keep control of this red push. Very well from Russ, but it does not matter.
Link will throw down the Viper's pit here towards B, and Guild haven't really shown an awful lot of presence here. At least in the early round. I mean, mid and Tube has been the main point of focus. Trailblazer comes through. That will pull Yampy at least towards Nest. Aldrin invested. He's going to look to it. I mean, it's the worst person he could tag with it. Save who can hop his... Okay. I was going to say hop his way around and avoid that, but...
How dare you doubt Yampy? The fans are in pieces.
Did he have his dash there? I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, nice shots, Yampy.
Best not to.
Yeah.
There it is. Just give it credit to Yampy and say nothing about the other side. All right? Analysts should only be positive, okay? 5v3, Leo, Trex, and Coldamenta. Early exchanges have been sublime for Liquid in this. Soulcast still pretty much on patrol. Hadn't really stopped doing that for a while. Coldamenta gets caught by it, leaving it just down to 2 now. Spike to hand. And a slow build from Trex, but again, yes, they may try and look toward Soulcast, but Soulcast has support. He's got Navera by his side. As soon as this happens, there's the next domino to fall, and it's really clean from Liquid this time.
Respond to Guild building up a massive cushion is exactly what Liquid needed. The other crazy thing is, well, it's the second that he misses.